Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Logan, the drunken metalhead who muses, and tonight I've just been kind of chilling. Wanted to record a video, so I figured I would bring back an old one that I did. God, at the beginning of this year, I talked about some Goodwill hauls from Charlotte, North Carolina, and now that I'm in a new state out of Louisiana, I kind of wanted to bring it back. And I'm going to talk about my Goodwill hauls so far during my stint here in New Orleans. Have they gotten better? Have they gotten worse? Are they the same? Who the fuck cares? Find out coming up. Alright, so first, in the spirit of cheap or free stuff, I'm imbibing upon a beer that a relative has left in my home. So in a sense, it is free. Or payment for being here, you know. But can't go wrong with the Dos Equis. Cheers. And then the music that's in the background is actually one of the first Goodwill hauls that I found, and it's just very good background music no matter how you slice it. It is one of my, more favorite post-rock bands. It is a live recording of Mogwai, and this is their BBC government sessions. So Mogwai are a Scottish post-rock, post-metal band. I'd say metal very loosely, definitely more of the post-rock side, but they definitely straddle that line with being just pure instrumental, but also heavier instrumental music. And this is all live at the BBC. I'm kind of still diving into this, so we'll see if there's any surprises here. But so far, it was a good find, and it's been a good listen. I will say, one of the few things that's been different about the Goodwills down here is they're more expensive. What the fuck? I thought Goodwill would be constant across the board. It's not. Up in North Carolina, all CDs were $1, all records were 50 cents, cassettes were 50 cents. It was easy going. Down here, all CDs are at least $2. Some will even be $3, though I'll try my best not to pay for them. It makes it a little tougher to find the stuff that you want. So maybe I was lucky up in North Carolina to get what I got. Still, I think this stuff is good to even amazing for some of this stuff for $2. You literally can't beat it. So I'm still putting out the PSA that no matter where you are, check your local Goodwills, especially if you're on a budget. I'm on a budget. I'm checking. I found some stuff even yesterday that I will show off at the very end of this video. But the actual first Goodwill item that I found was this right here. Hidden Treasures by Megadeth. And holy shit, truthfully, I would only pick this up if I found it at Goodwill. Because it's only 8 songs, and 4 of them are covers, and 4 are exclusive to soundtracks and stuff. But then at the same time, as a fairly big Megadeth fan of this time period right here, of the mid-90s, this is pretty important to me, man. We got No More Mr. Nice Guy at track 1, Breakpoint at track 2, Angry Again at track 4, Paranoid track 6, and then track 7, Diadems. It also had a bonus disc. Look at this shit. A CDR for The System Has Failed. It plays okay. I've never really wanted to, listen to The System Has Failed too much, but now I have a bonus CDR along with the regular, Hidden Treasures disc. So, thanks, Goodwill. But yeah, that was Goodwill find number 1. going from there, I found this, which might not interest too many metalheads. This is more of a metalcore, hardcore find. This is a band called Planes Mistaken for Stars. Their debut album, Fuck with Fire. And this is, to me, a pretty obscure band of the late 90s. This came out on No Idea Records. And yeah, it's not something you find around too often. But to describe their sound, think kind of more straightforward Dillinger Escape Plan. So maybe a little bit closer to Converge from When Forever Comes Crashing Down, maybe. Except with just a little more intensity, maybe. I don't know. A little more post-hardcore, Orchid kind of shit going on. Fun album. My first exposure to this band, who I'm pretty sure are now long defunct, but yeah. Fuck with Fire. Planes Mistaken for Stars. Well worth $1. So this one was $1. I found this one at a random thrift store where they still uphold the mighty dollar. And then this was a twofer. So I got lucky here. Same time, I got another edition of my Primus discography, which is, they're one of those bands from the 90s. I would like to have all of their albums. I mean, without, I don't care. I'll take them all. They're so weird. They're bizarre. Even if that there's also weird, they're the same amount of weird, and they kind of start to blend together. It's fine. I still enjoy them. This is Tales from the Punch Bowl, and this came out in 1995. So I mainly knew of this one before, of course, because of 2 tracks. We got the almighty Winona's Big Brown Beaver. She thought it was a porcupine. And then, of course, also Southbound Pachyderm. That's a psychedelic as fuck kind of track. But there's a lot of good stuff on here, honestly. Year of the Parrot is a fucking mess. Track 1, Professor Nut Butter's House of Treats, is weird and interesting. I don't know. I'm a big Primus fan. You can't go wrong. I mean, they suck, but it is what it is. And then this is a bizarre find, honestly. We've got a Soilwork album, and this is, from what I know of, is their least favorite album from fans. This is Sworn to a Great Divide, which is probably them at their most commercial, them at their most simple, poppy formula, before they kind of started to get a little progressive again with the Great Infinite, which is kind of when I came into the band. But I already knew this album pretty favorably for the songs that I had heard, which would be track 2, Exile. Actually, the final track, 21 Miles. I already knew it was kind of a banger. I don't know, I don't mind this. I'm not gonna say I love it. I haven't heard it enough to be wow, yeah, it's so much better than a 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. But it's well worth the $2 from Goodwill. It also came with a DVD. Look at that. Which, let's see, on the DVD, studio reports and video clips and a live bootleg. And we'll try to watch it later. But yeah, I do like Soilwork for what they are, and yeah, I buy their stuff, especially from Goodwill. So from there we enter into an interesting phenomena. For some reason, the people here in New Orleans do not like a certain band Pantera. So I found fucking this at Goodwill, which is impressive because, of course, first you're like, wow, it's the vulgar display of power by Pantera, but it's actually the recent reissue that came out in 2012, so it's another double CD, or CD and I think DVD, actually. I gotta check. Yep. CD, DVD of this album. And I'm not a huge Pantera fan. I definitely say I am. But they're never one that I would buy, their stuff new, or hell, even used for $6 or $7. I guess it always just took a Goodwill price tag for me to buy it. So here we go. I finally own this album for $2, and of course it's got vulgar display, with hits like Mouth for War, New Level, Walk, Fucking Hostile, This Love. Wow, actually, there's a lot of good songs on this album. But then it also, of course, being the 2012 reissue, comes with the never released before song, Piss. That was such a funny song to me. The chorus, like piss in the wind. A little cringy, but still. Anyway, it also comes with a live DVD, as I said, where it's got tracks like Mouth for War, Domination, and Cowboys from Hell on it, including music videos too. So, pretty amazing. And then, on top of that, I go back to a different Goodwill within the next week, and I find my favorite Pantera album, Cowboys from Hell, this was the first one I bought, and then of course I sold it because I went through a phase of oh yeah, Pantera's not cool anymore. No one should like Pantera. I think we all as metalheads, for some reason, felt like that, 2015, 2016, after the whole Vinnie Paul dying, and Hell Yeah just being Hell Yeah, and Phil kind of, talking about white wine and stuff. Primal Concrete Sludge is my favorite Pantera song, bar none. But then also, of course, you can't beat classics like the title track and Domination. And this is not a reissue. This is the original on, I guess, Atco Records. Yeah. Back in 1990, baby. Alright, and then odd find that doesn't have anything to do with metal, but I'm gonna find it nonetheless. This is The Man Machine, and it's a Mojo compilation released in 2009, where it's just a celebration of the electronic revolution, and we got different songs from, as I said, no metal, but there's some metal adjacent stuff, which is interesting. We got tracks here by Kraftwerk, Ultravox, Flying Lotus, which I was kind of intrigued by, and then of course we got a song by Tangerine Dream, which sold Sequence C, and then Jean-Michel Jarre. I don't know if I said his name right, but Oxygen Part 4, which I have that on vinyl, Oxygen. And it's awesome. Even if it's a single part, I'd buy it on CD. It's well worth the price. And then to close out everything, yesterday I was just like, you know what, let me fucking go into the nearest Goodwill I'm at, next to where I'm working. And I find one of my long lost Clutch CDs. I'm a big Clutch fan as well, and this is an album I've really been wanting from them. Elephant Riders. The Elephant Riders. Mainly because of the title track. It's got that just upbeat blues rock vibe, but still with their powerful Neil Fallon-led chorus. And then also, of course, the Soapmakers track 4 is fucking awesome. And I'm still getting used to the rest of the songs on here, but yeah, it's been great so far. And thankfully just another addition to my Clutch collection, and one that I would have bought anyway. I mean, most of this stuff I would have ended up trying to track down anyway. You know, I mean, Megadeth, Primus, Pantera, Clutch. Would have easily tried to get them or bought them for more than what I did. But Goodwill comes in handy. And they'll, like, clue you into stuff you would never have bought. Like Mogwai. So thank you, Goodwill. And cheers. And once again, go out. Buy good music wherever you can. Support just fucking the local businesses around you, man. Cheers.